go ni bi and afei nso so Mateta yes Mateta Tanganga mu nyinaa ebe share go yes ebe share go e de my team e friend Crystal Palace na say dey free Crystal Palace and so aso e de eba eno no yakọ Preston yes any a Burnley match no so a Burnley any Preston match no ekoye 3-0 against Burnley Preston etinefie eche Burnley eba on e kamiensa wentimi ante and afei nso so no Bournemouth nso so no any Wolves match no esa match no na a controversial red card and be special players na ngasa na sometimes no na ka say me wa say usua psychology reaction be sometimes they are bad at that very moment no
obia or bad side of him and said you're not doing AC e wa ade ho at any time and said you see obi kura be che obi se kai but hu ni say we di bone based on the thinking and said yeah not doing at that very point
who say there was oye no onu no ho
but when they dey see angaza
match na ekoso no na Matheus Cunha and player Nancy awenya ne form bomb we ka say league no mo che bomb show mo 1-0
yes
omo ba match we na bomb ta ba mu hard pa because maybe ka share me hard ya yes FA Cup on the form yes na tackle bi Abrante e friend Kekes ekoye na just on Abrante even proud match na ekoso no kra na and as the match na ekoso no tackles me ade ba on ni nya banta ba ko mienu miense bia so oye tackle na Abrante no reaction meaning say you want person be tackle mo say na you and also no
twas do no
yes no the new players no timid ni tipe mo ka e share the queue ani me say anya bibia so dey be react
as o boy huna kakra
so their opponent so be react say they we kuna ani yes into no na ba Abrante friend Matheus Cunha red card or what no was for no yes but then match no kokura penalties mo ayo mo boy no na Wolves and Bournemouth ashe 5 Wolves timi ashe 4 goals so no nti no Wolves here we free man sa and Manchester City and so any Plymouth game no eba so e wo Etihad honum na Plymouth for o maso din omo go share first goal yes omo go share first goal and Abrante friend no Abrante friend O'Reilly yes O'Reilly bete kanamo and then O'Reilly now about 2 goals and sana 90 plus Abrante friend Kevin De Bruyne added third goal no so ema omo e wo ho no ma bibia so e kama e wo ho e de ma team friend no Manchester City and then Newcastle team we pa na at the end of 90 minutes no only Brighton e ball 1-1 now Brighton into the shootout na Brighton Newcastle fimu and then Fulham so United match no yes and no match no and so any special model mu komo kakra bebre mu yes entino Fulham so any Manchester United match no mo wie na Fulham any Manchester match na 1-1 emu penalties no e be kana atopre na e kana atopre no yes na afi Manchester na si Fulham ashemako kanu ama ashemako and 9 penalties na dey to us montu no ma 4 ama Manchester United ashe miensa na je say FA Cup no so no dey ewo eho no enso no na Edwin me dey mmeji bi ama mama FA Cup next round no omo dey be hihia no nti na eho no mo a na odi ama ato we no so ama etiefu ahu say na FA Cup next round na say quarter finals na be quarter finals Fulham and Crystal Palace ebebo and afin so Preston and Aston Villa and Bournemouth and Manchester City and afin so Brighton and you be winning any match Nottingham Forest and Ipswich no you be winning and then no obe omu ba ko ebe share team friend no Brighton I said they free so e de eba no ya call La Liga no so over the weekend no matches ni because so kama na chese Friday no Real Valladolid and Las Palmas e de share so kama match no ya 1-1 na afin so no team friend no Atletico Madrid and so Atletico Bilbao so the epim so na afi Atletico Madrid atna Wanda Metropolitano abo team friend Atletico Club akaba kon omo entimi anti and afi so Real Madrid so no and Real Betis game no so no we na Manchester and as Real Betis so no Achi Madrid abone kamienu amana team ba kon and then Barcelona almost so omone team friend no Barcelona ne we omo game no so ba wie no na omachi omo ashom eka mako and 9 omachi omo ashom eka mako and 9 Barcelona. I think says he's here on the Omada table, no, you know, Edwin table, La Liga table, no, said yeah, you know. Now they are two come, I'm not a feel so no. I hear phones who say, near my 8 yes. And tell no, they are two, I'm come. Na bibia I come. You call boxing muswa over the weekend, no. I brent from Juventus Davis, no. The match, ne cause so Olela Mod Rush Junior match in Echo so. The first time on the career mu onya draw that. And then match no by we na judges in ask about no draw not just say match no I think it's a rematch so because I'm contract in a woman say rematch so but then we na first judge no ask about no 115 113 and a second judge no so ask no 114 114 and then the third judge no so score no 114 114 but then not just say me no the first judge in the Okoma Brant here I friend Juventus Davis na mum no me no the almost score no pair bibia aye draw until not just say ama about no akoye draw e wo ho and I bibia so no aye kama but then you say rematch no e beba so na afi no there was a debremu bia no omo fix date ni bibia na aye de bibia be until special
yeah
yes until no
that's Champions League or
Champions League or say time on best start the post match ni bibia beba
what
yes post match yes
special Francis na ushia dance there
dance so and the crowd me buy be say 5 minutes on the crowd so buy no
say ono o kakra o
dance so there or a big man
as they hwe na west na crowd wa ye no crowd
dance so ya dey no hwe odin o
ai
dance so there big
man
yes
crowd be asante na trans na fe yetimi ato so da mbaza oye de ya de eto da no ana beto etino ya lo aketro o proko bra
Bob ya de ro de bia le abiro
Martin Francis ya say no ye am an assistant kakre chogu dance so Debra be there too atras that say GDB wonderful absolutely and yema ekwipa but then make I also call TikTok Toontum Sports TikTok Toontum Sports TOONTUM Sports now they are so come on TikTok and so and a YouTube best so be power tapping now if you watch it power tapping now share power tapping now share and a YouTube so Toontum Sports now what it means is say also subscribe to Toontum Sports no abrebi e first bia e betia by no actually no so no na wasan ahwe say ene wetie room na ye niam aye ni nyina no watimi atie bi whole life me da se pa say uda so ene edi kasubum e Toontum Sports so that's all me nim da bia be fa but the issue of Manchester United. This is a team one way or the other me feel say upon old calculate from 2013 Alex Ferguson into us now. You can talk about 1.3 billion pounds transfers. And so still, you are finding difficulties. Although Oma winning Europa, at me, Wabrana Pogba more, at me winning FA Cup back on, as I winning a community shield back on, and a Callan Cup back on. Said your Manchester boy.
I think, sir, the one club would be a once in a while called dry spell.
Yeah.
Yes, it's part of football.
Man, you then there's a 11 years.
Man is on, I think, so many years. After Alex Ferguson, Manchester United come with dry spell. It's been more than a decade that Manchester United ain't men revive. And when you talk about Manchester United, you are talking about undoubtedly one of the greatest clubs I was as so. Oko England, one of the finest clubs I was as so.
Yeah.
And historically, traditionally, clubs are almost drawn one. You can always talk about Manchester United.
In terms of fan base, Roma watching club,
yes. And
not even Madrid.
Support base are so. I mean, can I say, the Madrid of England, Sana Manchester United.
The whole world of fans in Madrid.
Can I say, so when it comes to England, it's always say Madrid clouds in the crown, and then can say Manchester United was the Madrid of England, and share the number of times no that GEP or no, especially during the days of Alex Ferguson. No, being Alex Ferguson exited here. And given that smooth transition, but for more than a decade, I say for almost a decade, Manchester United and for me, I can say probably when we started time and Alex Ferguson be few on. But I'm saying I'm fine again so time Alex Ferguson on be few on 4 years and I say 5 seasons. Alex Ferguson if you want. Okay, say Barcelona, Madrid, Manchester United, level back to back.
Yeah.
Even though at that time now Manchester United a peak and I say Barca a peaky there, but send a Barca team with Manchester United a two level. So time not team if you say about from, but you see the handiwork of Alex Ferguson. Now didn't say a big tomb saying so 1 year, and you got the following season a year, and during that time, no, yeah, a Juma EP on him, but objectively, Saturn not Tom a clever moon for Jones Moon and some other players. Before I say, Omu Kakra, not team no declining. Those are players are normal bought club because of Alex Ferguson. Those were players are normal Alex Ferguson as them.
Okay.
Now Alex Ferguson be just show mumu say you have to kill yourself for the club. And Alex Ferguson can say when you give the academy boys chance, they reward you with loyalty.
And say they came to meet him.
Yes.
Alex Ferguson. And the exploits.
As there's a delight cry, so we do man at the 10th of Alex Ferguson. Sad for the past almost 4 years as a 4 seasons. I'm Alex Ferguson now. They say Manchester United after Alex Ferguson, they chose coaches against their own philosophy. And for me, the greatest mistake I David Moyes on than buy after Alex Ferguson. Now get some coach and a clout. I was with Alex Ferguson. You see, Manchester United team.
Oh no, Alex Ferguson is just more
good. And I'm saying the greatest mistake Nanya board in the even though he had a greater say, but Nanya board in the says, "Oh, Makwama, David Moyes, Eba." Until David Moyes ban or buy no, or be reduce club into his own level, or be reduce club into the level of Everton. When Fabi Bianca Manchester United team no. I know any players so don't buy the lives of Maron Fellaini and some other players who fear said don't ban. Those were not players of Manchester United standard. Manchester United is club on a club was super pop. And yet any player being a bit more as a club so easy. Look at the player like Shinji Kagawa.
Okay.
Dortmund was playing so well, doing so well. But about Manchester United, because of the clout of the club went to Moyes, yes, I'm mistaken. Then after Moyes, I think somebody Luis Van Gaal. Coach, I know a very disciplined. He said, "Now I born home or World Cup and hoping say, obit my baby, or not so by an amfa." Into Manchester United have been choosing coaches against their own philosophy, per the style of a friend at Manchester United. Then Jose Mourinho came on board. He was a coach who was brought on board to revive the club. Sir, stature and status and him Manchester United war over the years, Now Mourinho decided neighbor. But you see, you look at the style or the philosophy of Jose Mourinho. Who say a negative when it comes to and that's negative to Manchester United, send Manchester United a bomb more. Into also by year there. Into coach is not bad to so but in reality, coach and keep out like I say, yeah, the style of play now. Again in line with Manchester United, coach we.
But
oh yes, in reality, the style of play no, and in Manchester United, there no.
Why as
I'm talking about Amorim, their current coach.
Yeah.
In reality, and can the style of play any Manchester United, but you see, the mistake on also time on also club was a mistake because these are players so in almost 80% of the players. These are players everything hack to draw now about 90% of the players everything hack players. He should have waited, and I say he could have waited for the season to end. Then because Vanish is so mono. You see, when it happens that way, coach be banning coach ban 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Net to Asusana say, oh, we know 1, 2, 3, net to Asusana. Give him the chance to do the job. And besides, he's a former player of the club. Or a legend of the club. Into so many say Boba Yenu and Samano. Now get Manchester United for a procrastinating on the new coach that is Amorim and person within the banner. No more Ruben stress some years behind man is probably the season. Nation on my because not on a club never. But you see, almost okay, this is the time. The guy was doing so well. I want a former club that is Sporting. He was doing so well. So why don't you bring him? Thinking so Mbappe, he's going to give Manchester United the magical touch that Manchester United want.
Yeah.
But you see, the nature of the European is very difficult. I think say Samuel Kobe says Spanish La Liga and Kobe to room. But you see, the nature of the European anoding. and
how
coaches
is it kicking around na free kakra?
Was it?
How is it too?
That's rampant way no rapidity no the boys say about from on say Guardiola buy and that's why certain maybe about from but it doesn't stop say league ni league I know the and I say much until coach wins to buy no on also be facing the same problem and share the kind of players are more Manchester United this year.
Yeah.
For me, Casemiro is one of the best midfielders in recent times over the decade.
Yeah.
But he has gone past his prime.
Yeah. And now see will map 40 passes.
And when you look at a player like Bruno Fernandes, offensively he's very good, but defensively he offers you nothing. So we players now here Manchester United, the kind of players almost striking system of Manchester United. Here Ruben Nistelrooy, Lewis Hama, and some other players. But these players almost see no. Okay, some of Angola and by near friend Manucho.
Yeah.
Manucho is far better than strikers almost see Manchester United. The clubs keeps on declining because of the kind of players they've been signing. And you see, Okwan Alex Ferguson, if I was scouting players, different. It's a football, no. Say one physical Roman going for the £100 million. That's what I say. You want to be lurking around going for the 50, the 60. You might not get the kind of striker I'll pay. Because if you pay a proper striker, then you have to call for let's say £100 million. And then Alexander Isak, your one because if you are going for him, you should pay almost 120. Sign a football because you know the selling club, that huge win war or the buying club. So in Manchester United, for some time now, the kind of strikers on my Manchester United, they've not been helping the club. You do baby now, Kofa Radaman Fakao be a film, or strikers, Benina, Di Maria, a film, and these are players. And the moment they come to Manchester United, then they start declining, which means there is a problem with the club. And for me, I feel like the owners of the club, would have to. For me, this is high time. Say they left the club. It's time. Say it's a Muja club, For me, it's time. It's a Muja club, Not the Arabs, Ebesum. That's the truth because you see, I know maybe a Man City maybe a Newcastle maybe a Paris Saint-Germain and it's an Arab world and person almost so clubs. I think say Manchester owners, You see, I saw Mujato because you see a crowd, Tottenham Hotspur, Joe Louis when some other people, so much club, Man, problem there. It goes beyond saying the mistake was right after Alex Ferguson. The moment they brought in David Moyes, when I'm mistaken, if you say by no one here, if they do the kind of players on the bar, he plays beyond coffee around Bissaka and some other players. Yes, you see, under Ferguson, and Kabaka said these are Manchester United players because for me, John O'Shea was a normal player. Jinson Park was a normal player. Wes Brown was a normal player. But you see, Nyasa coach no KBB Sano. Alex Ferguson has been there for more than 20 years.
Yeah.
And I said more than 2 decades. Me can't wait to bit my You see, John O'Shea no man you play be a Smith. There's nothing unique about Smith but you see, another 10th of Alex Ferguson. These were players, and I want to say they were doing so well. They were playing so under the 10th of Alex Ferguson. Okay. But you see, Manchester United, and the club keeps on declining. Initially, they were focusing about Sikasema Nomunya, and they thought on bit my but you see, if you're Manchester United, it be Champions League. Baby, I can't call it Champions League. For me, a match about they've chosen coaches against their own philosophy. That is Manchester United, and I'm here. It will go on to bring everything down in the next season or two.
It will go on to bring or raise everything down. An image they've built for so many years. That's exactly something coming from that's so Deborah. Now, but you can join us on Toontum Sports on TikTok, and again, which is so ako YouTube, Toontum Sports, no air live or sharing, or like and now subscribe and now leave you a comment. And then so you have more than enough for invite you now so Baba Kawa. Krobia. African way come out.
I cannot pump camera fini or cropon.
Well,
I don't want that.
The all permanent or cropon.
Or cropon referee.
Your friend is saying, Walaski. That will be friend was a friend Walaski.
Ketchy clothing.
Okay.
Kitchen trend. Yeah.
Okay. Catch your trend.
Or some gym in Channel Bear. One some gym. Bamboo or Cropon.
So,
Oh no, just opposite the old police station.
Bamboo
Ketchy
or
trend.
Cropon, friend. Or some gym, one more.
but you mean
And ask him in anime.
Dinas Ofie High Street.
Old police station.
Yeah, old police station opposite. Direct opposite.
I'm laughing at my crew. Probably I room. You room, mono.
Okay. Now I call it because school or Benkum.
Bunkum second, the first second school, Mate. Opening, you room kaka. Post Alex Ferguson. Ene Ubi Morim Jumedia Woodie. A coach non and Sano Jumano Enso any. Any players on any name.
Special United team is here no. Me say in Sakra them. And Sunday to say then economy. Whatever happened during Ferguson's era no, and yeah, dear ABC Bio. So they say, and yeah, dear ABC Bio. And United say baby a woman and share ya, woman baby the Ajax of 80s and 90s. Say Ajax whom woman bio.
Yeah.
Philip Sporting handover no more.
Yeah.
So I say even Porto no crowd mobile and say 2000 sim
Olympic Lyon so
yes one be Olympic di Marseille no one be show kakra one crowd no see a problem about home. So and found how big a wo ye say 1 to 2 near me to me maintain status we to me go down sorry a bed empire the amount because even today the Aston Villas no more the Blackburns no more they were like Manchester United then.
Yeah,
and
they started from somewhere.
Yes, even Nottingham Forest. No, the time and Nottingham Forest no more compete to a Champions League, we need Champions League. No, one more baby, but one more into me and sustain sa any form of one benya any level our more a page our mumba be doing. And then Nubina is here clearly to Manchester United, especially when our munya manager back one or turn over 2 decades. And easy. And Wababe ye standard de ama. In a coach be obeying obeba. Coach be obeba biano, one mobile majano with their papa friend of Ferguson and Babaye, and also the idea bedding a BCBO. But hey, Nina Quachri said United transition with Ferguson, no one more Indian because clearly everything shows say with Ferguson United, even 1 Tenassi, I'm planning Ferguson after Ferguson.
Life after Ferguson.
Yeah, when you say Bibi say obi a watena club matches say no so oba be kwa mu start here then e put even proper measures in place or no ankasa so here then e play key role the next generation of the club.
Yeah.
One more here then I'm prepared. Until at the time of call no na Bibi because one man put it proper in no measures in place.
Obi because Alex Ferguson no na ma enema sa akui.
Or can be become majority of the decisions are United they take after Nubiano or in Saum. So that's the United Biano or Penini one Saum. So he also forms part of the problems are United if but I think that all in all, me make the way forward, especially when I say make about BBI Chemua. So that we are not going to have a Ferguson back or no problem to me and we are so started to answer even Croco. So that's Man United are not going to have Alex Ferguson again and I had the bill. United ever call back into their Odin Fosa performance no more than this level and it will take time. But I think the next action in line, the way forward, and the most important thing.
Okay.
So also the last 10, 11 seasons are almost suffer year. To me, every league in here, they've not been competitive at the top level, especially at the European terrain. To me, then input out there. To me, the key in performance our boy in the Champions League, consistently, and then the United will find itself in the group by consistent Galatasaray, Copenhagen. Then Copenhagen will qualify in the Champions League group stage. United will not United they free.
Yeah,
with the same group. A problem. Edema a team of friend of Manchester United, and even Europa similarly one more struggle. And you remove Thursday one more best answer I then abre this year Europa League one more last stage and one more answer I then edun. Our money Real Society at the Babel, a bad day, especially almost another side that we share these Spaniards are one more bread to play against. So United situation the way forward. The way forward, you know, and say open a friend of said Jim Ratcliffe about the touch club. Now in the majority of the decisions, you know, is being taken by or no any consortium. And Glazers not teenage in our motion, although one more shares, you know, one could have a bigger part of in United, you know, at the expense of Penny, a friend of Jim Ratcliffe, but he's been given the necessary room to operate and as to run the club. And only idea in the all young wage man. So or also any team, no, and I was a maintenance and our money then, one share the way forward. Club na brea chair. And to send on way to me, one more the club never be. They would have to start from somewhere. Black Stars issue need be in the United Equator. United feel that one more a big team, one more an elite team, until they shouldn't start from anywhere than the very top again. Until, but before Bessa, I was what to say Abrabono ups and down. What about be drew this limited stage? Then I'll be to me, I'll be then Ube Pija where they are Asanso Basubio. But I say, who say yes to what to say Bayern, what to say Madrid, what to say Barcelona, Ube Bre. Because I was yes, I was saying coach, I was saying player, we play away now. Debbie, you start from somewhere. I think they're only idea United, you give yourself 3, 4, 5 years. So after 5 years, 100% there was a time, even Madrid about 12 years without a trophy, without winning the La Liga. But
7 years, no champions.
Yes, almost answer sorry. It is not like say they are Man U Kumuno, Obin Kumuye. We are so big club. How are we to me? Then I sorry, you know, and how big are now here. And yet they are why you to be. Was to miss original answer, and they share the Abatomio no FC Barcelona. And put from 2015, Barcelona ain't making any case in the Champions League. In fact, the last 5 seasons, the best position they've had in the quarterfinals in the Champions League, which is very uncharacteristics of FC Barcelona team. But then one more started, it will be kakra Georgia, even one more crano suffer financially. One more new big crampono and so on. Saying, but United the new Biababe, so even Glazers no one then are saying financially one more day boy. So that thing one to me, you find a coach we say the time or the buy and the engineer can once and maybe no Man United they win him. Say the next day, Oko winning first match be obey on this I didn't hear because I can't be a daho. So that I can't be a daho. And I bet this is another fine manager, United Baby Gun anymore because giving him even next season and yeah, they are maybe a United supporters. I feel say when I watch some more, obey to me the one more could do. So the club and any fans in Yunano should understand now one more accept the situation at hand. Say a Hannah say yeah. Ebias you to me about be Pejakras, say I be do Aston Villa, Newcastle level. You be here even 2 seasons and say I be do Aston Villa and Newcastle level. That is the situation because the last 3 seasons, these teams I may mention, you know, they've been performing better than United.
Yeah.
You know, say standard, you know, and you Liverpool ne Arsenal. Yes, and you Liverpool ne Arsenal ne City no na uche CBO. I was say who be share Newcastle no. I was say on catch up on Newcastle, on catch up on Aston Villa no. Woman as say one more standard at the Manchester United. So United person will make any significant case at the Mawamo qualifying for the Champions League, performing at the very top, competing for the EPL title. When the teams there was a woman do when near show mechanic, it to me a chawomo and sana, or my pray, Arsenal, Manchester City, and then Liverpool no more. To say yeah, say Chelsea situation. And the Chelsea fan be anywhere I say, oh, that they are a hoopy because already, woman who say, the Akoso, any baby or mobile, one mobile bread, and Obi to say me for instance, do a bear we can share Chelsea game scores and once a month family and you may and once a month family need any even passion be for team no because I've accepted the situation and even say and a so United situation is home being as almost be sacking Crawford P. One more year club ni mo ache ni adi nyina no one more be sack P because so can say coach is in Kwandia mean to me Ubia or Becca coaches in because the number of coaches are all for Manchester United after Ferguson, you know. If you buy one more ball, you need some silverware being at the amount. But who say situation, you know, beyond say Wakakofa coach say Umbra Beda institution and no umbe training coaches, players, no more Emma resource. You know, coaches in the abroso, or Yibeko, the other positions I may feel say was say one more and one more started from baby. And I think that one more years in the near future, 2-3 years, United, Sikano, no matter the situation, depth, work club, but Sika, run a club on it. Yes, to Sika, won't to me bring the image of Manchester United back again.
Me that say, any crop here, Asante, and some Mahoro, which media to drive for Manchester situation. I'm say a Drew Baby na expansion. Ni be Musana. If you are dream or near maybe one, won't share that any no one intimate and farmers and trust them for that. They would always do that and that justice with that. Yeah, moving on for ya Befi and Skaka, Naya Barbeshe. Na yet me a Roman somewhere, Eddie Akote, any day was your boy. It's as simple so bad in Japan and in your room. Now for ye the home and come up now quickly yet me. But my main first in through what down so the Ghana Football Association captaincy because yeah question one more. Say if they will so although the time BCC between the day you choir fast J captaincy ni free abedi Abrante I friend or some Jan to the day you then again at a point you quite almost fast as some Jan necessarily monetary money and but no cry any problem to say you do we now for candidate some Jan few the one monetary and this time we understand say almost never captain for which is Jordan now if party at was so na Abrante I friend Jiku
Jordan Jiku
eti sana is almost person me no.
I think the one Oman Yankasa problem Yankasa leadership, not football in Kwang, but Ghana Yankasa problem leadership. A big problem. No be D anymore. Be a problem. And ever since I'm first measure blaster matches, issues in relation with captaincy had always become a problem. And started a bit more time. That will be serving sake of Mukrombe catch issues about will be a captain, it has always been a problem. And henceforth, there should be a pattern, there should be a way to elect Obi Opese or be a Memanaye captain for the national team. Probably based on the number of matches our ball. Probably based on the kind of qualities that Oba on field that Omo Obi Ehu. You bet me BBC and for be being yastic. Say okay. When you the issues should be as a henceforth senior Babayanum. Because I tell you what, right after Utuado, captaincy won't send Sembeba. And a DNA to date. I'm almost sure the lives of a friend is saying Abedimo. Those days, the lives of Abedimo, Felix Abuajimo, Antonio Boa, Sam Johnson, they will tell you say the kind of players they had at then. Our Montime winning trophy beer for the national team because of captains in sense, being it Kosiapia, we it friends, being it Antonia and a Yaboa, we in Tikasa, we being it Abedipele. The kind of players are no more then. Because of captaincy issues. And then team one say we start no. And then bar retirement, they've regretted.
Yeah.
And we've not learned anything from this thing. From 1982, basically 2025 more than 40 years. But still, we've not learned anything. And then in here games you ever qualify for the World Cup. After Duncan go Italy near him for no. We are here talking about captaincy here. You see, we are not serious as a nation. We are always far behind. And that's the reason why again and NBA didn't come out. The days of Abedipele, the days of this. Look, we don't talk about current issues. Ball and boys, EB Boy, Antoine Semenyo. This is the time we have to discuss the reason why Antoine Semenyo Blasters won't be. But we are here talking about captaincy. How old is Jordan? Jordan, are you? How many matches will he even play for the Blasters?
Yeah.
He's getting to the end of his career for the national team. How many matches will he even play for the Blasters? We should be talking about the entire Inaki Williams day in, day out. He's doing very well on club side. But our national team, he performs abysmally. We should be talking about those things. Now, maybe a football doing. We are talking about Thomas Partey being the captain, deputy captain. Jordan Ayew, Jiku, maybe a football doing. There's no tactics be able to discuss it. Look, ya can't we can't the one. Look, even the days of Snapia, just Snapia Mudi. Ebia Snapia no man leadership qualities are. Nas will be a refi. After I the pele. Send on the captains in Amai or Sekufo. No so on in the Kosika Kono. The kind of leaders we've had over the years, they've not been supportive at all when it comes to Black Stars. And these are football people are almost the football next year for almost 2 decades. In terms of patches, almost me mind we able to make captain. Yeah, but see a bomb match is qualified for the World Cup. This is the time you are discussing about captaincy. Who does that? Yeah, and that's us. We are not rational humans. Oh, they may own the next 5 years. One say yes, Kudus and Yashimiro one for captaincy man. Oh, they may own the next 15 years. Captains in Sembe Samba. The kind of talent we have as a nation. I ain't me harness those players. MLUS who said these are the kind of players we have. We are proper players. Near Gusi discussing about captaincy. Say your mind is there. And right after that bad transition now, after Snapia as a captain, calling them John and some cry, he wants a bass and Moja and chain or any so and then who sends him there by right after Sad and Kissy swim with him. Sassim is somewhere around 2013, 2014. Yeah. It's been more than 10 years. It was 2025, if my memory serves me right. It's more than 10 years.
Yeah.
And then you go to discuss about captains. I mean, what sort of nation is this? We don't learn from anything. And then Brazil for James in the name, I can't walk up team. When for Spain for discuss, they are talking about Daniel Momo. Yet doing captains. I a quaff on so we and one must a poto. Ya quaff on a intimate. Or my sappy team be a normal saying, Comoros Mina saying. We are here talking about captaincy. Inti Otuado ain't me your bold. And your firm say, I'm giving this thing to you under my watch, under my intent. You are my captain. On a team nation, sir. Nobody mentions Ketokiraku's name. We're talking about Otuado. Are you going to sit and watch these people decide for you? I don't have a problem with the captaincy. Say, Edema Jordan Ayew. Yedema Thomas Partey. Yedema Hwai. But we shouldn't be talking about captains at this time of the day.
Okay.
Yeah, Percy qualify. We should be talking about tactics. Antoine Semenyo outside water or ball. Inaki Lams, let's go be ball. What's the problem when it comes to the national team? He performs badly. What's the problem? What are the reasons behind? Are you physical? Are you spiritual? What are the reasons behind? We should be discussing about it. Are you to the system being all boy and go ye? And the formation of boy and go ye and answer them. We shouldn't be discussing about captaincy. Baby, this baby, we are said which is here. Look at what we are deliberating of. Look at what we are discussing today. Captaincy. Near the captain, Emma, a friend is Jordan Ayew. No about 70 minutes near uniform and so Asamaba. Oh, the matter one step. It's from the word go. We are not serious as a nation.
Okay.
And issues and as a matters about leadership are higher to date. And it's the young coming one correct man back could be able to to date. Because after him, no one Benjano, as he saw many. Electricity concurrency, say issues about leadership. It has been a problem. I'm a Ghana. For me, Otuado needs to be bold. Minimum criteria so I can say, I'm selecting the captain for the national team based on leadership qualities, based on say time of the ball blasters. I think say time you the ball blasters now a bit to me abwa. Yeah, you should follow that trend. Then see about here leadership qualities be there. Say what you team no leadership qualities can cry. We should give the blasters captain to the person. Send a bear only back on thing can say I've played for the national team. You see, Sule Muntari acted so well. He was so mature. Between on us and Mojan, yeah. Because I don't want him to come close to the national team. He's one kind of a man that I really like. Because I'm me Bonechi and I'm Costrano. Only so a different person. He's such an affable person. But I don't want him to get closer to the blasters. Say me, yes, I cry now. Colana Brown is in a place now. Now, boys don't know about one and new or having seen my place. Now, yeah, 2015 AFCON. Now, say me captain if he as a Mojansem. as at that time. Personal, and look at Sequoia P2 and 4.
Sabra, not yes, and some be a course which I say, would if we be actually on the branch and so you deal with it.
Look, it's about spirituality na bo moon na den the hair. So on your den, now ko ja ho den do boku. Aduna bobo na ye den. Opa, national team, Yama Konodi, and up mu, Tigari, Embo2, then dear insuo, Embo 4, near Fanco in Brazil, on saying. They su Embo dear River Pra, River Anko Brown modern. Look, spirituality, it has its way play. It's just 20 minutes. It's just 20%. Oh, boom. Football is pure science. And if you tell for a man for a can't want some, she park a brofun bobo so. Baby, a football do now a brofun jar straight of you soon. Yet to Kruma, and almost is a straight of my pay and weather. And Obia and Timmy Cassette, and here 9 grams and yet.
Most of them yet up to standard.
And Obia and Kanya ties, a Guasiana, Obia and Timmy standard, now be Shemuno, auditors did not report the banner, master will be $300,000. Yes, Obia and your chance are Obu Krumasi. Obi Obenya chance be Obi Obu Krumasi. Into football, no, the one it has grown past our captaincy. This is about spirituality. And yes, I could see a piano and say be fine and so. You should listen to him.
There are chances of qualifying. Now, the dare you, does he deserve a call up in this or a call back into side team with Black Stars? No, Kobia, my menu agent, you know,
captains, you know,
yeah,
we Yababa ways your captains. I think you know, I can a lot, and many are doing baby because I want to mean so many. Yeah, me say ne you go so can captains here. Say me feel say a problem because as a mind I nim ye cop back into history. I nim say one thing embwa ye senior national team no emma no kunko nenim ye no captaincy issues. And to see any munisano, that's a opportunity about, especially when the current FA because Abrana Neno Nyantechi, President Nyantechi Hono, you Miama then a course of and they could PPA and the parliamentary select committee and their call in some way a bro so white paper a be munis and your mawina. Sanoma way in leadership in some way a bemu. And Tinami Niamini say, Anka by now, or minor, especially the FA, one more at Tanasi, I set up a proper factors are a bit to me and Namsomaya then yet ye elected your national team leader. Asa. And yet, any Babetnasi discussing or Yene Anna Senegal 92. Anna Kayna Debbie or Yitikasa will
know why did be no captaincy
because our leaders are not and they are not ready to make sure somebody take a decision at the amount because same way you go canino and found for Subiamba Kwang Beng so any ebe faso ayede e dia select leader even akwada kra over 2 years or Ghana hakra no etumi manini so no hwe Black Stars squad ni ma onim say player A niwa player B automatically he becomes the leader of the team. So player B niwa automatically player C take over as the captain.
Guidance plan
is it simple? We have so many
seniority form and
yes, so many criteria sir. Obi bia then your woman bia ne dia o use the choosing the captain. Yeah. Your woman bia even clubs your club will bia the dia o choose here then the captain. Longevity and the main factor here for so yeah my captaincy. Longevity. Player what club na then ache. And no number one, a majority of the clubs, any national teams in India, use number one, longevity. Nefe yaba be share, we longevity everywhere. Waba be share leadership quality ya obinso or then or obi or class service said yes game no or evolving on Hong so obi nkwan. Ye to me leader, not to say obebo game ni bikeke, but because of the qualities a okuta o to me the boane ana eneno players a odo no e were listening ears. Edema panintino. It to me then Efano as the leader of the group. I'm on also to me babe ye juma. A biso a form any performance influence as an individual player be then a danedy. The player back to me then at the Black Stars listening answer when there. To the idea no the boy to atena. Your friend no aba and no a drew baby ye to me at the then captaincy to me award captaincy based on form any how influential as any panel then ewo with team niso. Especially as a team no book game performance are other than the air namun so to me man kunimdi as always said then eba within a passion awukuta. These are some of the factors obi bia man bia then efa so e the selected leader e woni team.
Okay.
Nti ye throw sa nyoma we nyina under the carpet and ochena coach to me be ka say ne sofo say match ya yekwa na tournament yekwi and that ben say Saturday no enu bia na dan so kan na mesre enu bia na me ka say obi ti say James Kwesi Apia Siki Akono and even like Kings and Amesande na can say these people they should never get closer to any of our various national teams.
Are they?
Oh, special. Na dia Kwesi Apia dia yen. Later obey interview ni buku ya wachro wi. Leaders don't yell say
yeah.
Who share same way wo mu a abra wo ho ne ye ka Kwesi Apia womo manipulative Kwesi Apia management yes selection ma Kwesi Apia say time na wakotena press conference as a true citizen of Ghana na wakọ twa atoro e de akere Ghana nyina say dia ye mmomu ye kan nyina enim na efei every do ni ye sakewa utumi ba be ka say yes yetumi de prayer den e hyew we yem fa ni mbu man because ombo man no as a leader yem fa ni mbu man nti anka BBC na nam so na obi wu ya anka enam so manipa ewu BBC na de oye na bi ba ya enam so na so oye ni na ba so be truthful ye wo people obi wo ho a owo adwuma mu obetumi a resign okwa ko bisa na enye say reason bi ase ye ntua ne kana se bibi o ba e bia decisions cry leaders say den e take we adwuma mu no no feel say emwa no as a person so that decisions no emwa no and enya de person de ne ho be ye den e be for sa adwuri mu ne katahise nim nti obey den the best thing obey so obey den obey resign o de fi nipa bi take such responsibility nti woni problem bi ase ne wo be ba be say obey page ma o Black Stars bi no eno nko ade obetumi akọ coach Brazil de wo mo win World Cup ni ade I will never support him say omra meje Black Stars ejumanye bi because he was never honest with any Ghanaians. Sike Akono similar and in India like Kings so ekoko ye the players shall come players shall come selection how ye the tournament ni nyina ye de ma enye wo na wo ye as a coach if you go ball matches now we free we about 3 matches now we ntumi an qualify if mu a we ja team ho say eno ano no ko etire 3-3 ye ko kire wo trans kubusa on sem asen wo ko ball match na esco member afre say sa player we first 11 ba yi we film fa we ball wo game one ya kire say fa we start men fa we start ntina wo hu the purpose of any juma na wo ye as a coach no na sa time no the way hu time ya even players na wo de ko ye nim say nya wo na wo select sa players you were giving those players when to me am about America nti wo kra no ye true citizen wo kra nti say o man ni bibia kra get closer okay honest enough nti no ya there problems ye nyina ye den ye face and me feel say the FA should come clear after sa Jordan are you so ba be captain o ye ba be ye kolapi wo mo mra say ya na wo mo ma Henry Asante Chumotana na otana coach no nsani fa so FA no we ombra bi tama ye koyi Milo ono be here matra makwe ono so mra o metena coach ni nsa benkum so coach ni ntina mfimfini eye Otoado na o address o man ni nyina wie na o de ne score de to go a FA president no sorry engineer simpie so engineer pulpit enim no nka nkire yen say fie neko is being instituted say we any rules I ever found so I then choose and captaincy on fan to either by longevity and I say bia form play or what form or ye influential way in games I bosso and I say player or then ocean quality na ye nyina so we dear o deserve it one my ye hu because man bia wo clear cut point of as the choose leader anything we any problem and say yetumi o man ni nyina tumi de yen japade ni yen sika nyina akɔhyem say coach ayakwa akɔfa no akɔ bompa na ono ne spiritual father ka kire ni say the captain fi we say chale no
all right me that say Now, update on GFA regulation actions. Now, Musa Kasim, an official of Wa Power FC, has been fined 3,000 Ghana cedi and suspended for the remainder of the 2024-2025 football season by the discipline committee for misconduct during an Access Bank Division 1 League match against Real Tamale United. He was found guilty of assaulting the match referee in violation of Article 12, Clause 1K of the Ghana Football Association Discipline Code 2019. The GFA will cover the referee's medical bills using the fine. Kasim has been warned that any further misconduct will result in severe action. Now, I take the other one, so I think that maybe we now so we na me the account 70. Also, other power tapping. Toontum Sports on YouTube, and of course Toontum Sports on especially TikTok. Okowa now power tapping now fi wo che empo achede sonko flower ne ade no now the Toontum come up and so am I na fi abrebia no down so the Brazil wo che na de na wotimi power come up eba hwe se bibia so ebetimi akọ enkan ewo ehonometi sanate bomode na ko corona fe o sign ede non so no to so ede and then the other one the American Cape Coast Mysterious Dwarfs FC has been handed 10,000 Ghana cedi fine and warning by the discipline committee for misconduct during their Access Bank Division 1 League match against Park Academy. The club was found guilty of failing to ensure the safety of match officials and inappropriate behavior by its supporters. Now, me kaya di we nyina asayan dia baby say atram divasa pacho beti show sa videos no e dey amaye. Now, in 1 month exactly, Pole I friend anana frimpon ya eta friend Pole eko timi ko hwe ne nkwa e won so ate ho nsensem kra wie pe. But then atram divasa a team no nano woman through demo to kwa supporters need be share omo el banyard egwa omo din kan fa sa videos ne bi to so no omo said the AC echo in sound ba fato na efato ayi ne nchen Edward na omo said the siko danso any crobia e kamia ese nsuan de ena ase ehu bia sa ma supporters ne bi ensem eno sa daje to the extent player crowd here utimi ko die nyamra sem ye fine player 3,000. Now in our quest to increase or in our quest to avoid hooliganism and education that has been put in, I still feel say I say supporters any referees no and some more a bit that from and then no crowd than China referees no crowd in yomus e come here say players and supporters be still omunsuade.
The one, me honestly, I don't want to be repetitive on this, and I don't want to be raking the past. Obiani, my dream was.
What stands on that?
We say anything pertaining to football, you should halt it. I say we see a study program.
Still,
Maka na men can yet asam can you know? Me say anything pertaining to
football.
Where
the free park so from Tuba Park,
team na Afram division say Atram division number. Team need say
Atram division asa ena. Omone but through demo.
Team didn't through demo.
Yeah, you didn't come on.
Look,
go on in the baby.
Me say anything pertaining to football here in Ghana, we should just halt it. Meantime, will be you. Some boys need to
oh yes.
Discover more talent. But my reasons for saying that is that we've not learned anything from what happened to Pole. In the eyes of some people, there's no moral lesson. There's no objective from. You are not learning anything from it. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to rake the past. Any platform be a my message has been one. That what happened to Pole. See it in so. Near this is a Ghana football. Yeah, who say yes, a crabby. The documents be about in line with say between the Pole credit to so Pole and article there and you don't look. So see a who say man. We shouldn't play football. We shouldn't kick football. Make can why you say be me impo be asem. Boys no more na the mom. Some earn as low as 300 Ghana cedis.
Oh yeah.
Nti enye so be date so bolo na se obi otongare misa. Eno anse komode ne sa na onam ana na adwum na adwen se daachi bia obi yi. Na Ghana ni awobobo so 19 years so 27 years. Now the 300 Ghana cedis. Some earn as low as 400, 600. A bit 2,000. Now think Kruma mpu, think Kruma. Now you footballer kofa fampo anu ani etu aka 2,000 to 1,500. Then now be especially over tips no obusia phone so sansu wuska near the wutu omodo wo etu omo. In anything relation with the Ghanaian football is bad. So what we have to do right now is to pause it. Dima ya pause football na asema na be mad.
Normalization committee na dia omo ye.
Me say Dima omamunju ya degree so nimfasu. We should pause everything. And then from Trump DVC or say the team no credit scratches and pabie no team through the marco ya and so on sense we are not learning. We don't understand football. The thinking of the ordinary Ghanaian when it comes to football no is much about hooliganism here. Until we keep on breeding hooligans in football. Look, what you are talking about from DVC. Last time I'm trying to say Takumo who never ekoso. Sanko fona ne benya betwetwe se kan no. Intako no mo ye ne asidi and school ni abo obi anu na ni apai ni a chase obi no obi shop. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed.
Okay.
Inti the sports minister would have to be firm. Ketokreku no mu ja na o mabobo no kura wo Gehenna emfa no ho. Nothing, he doesn't care. As simple as he was hovering around, moving around, or by or so yari.
But and so at man me monitor
okay.
Who omo press statement abasisi ya.
Maybe a new content be.
Almost there. What the man can say?
Nothing and so I trade the bar.
Good afternoon, friends from
Meba.
Good afternoon, friends from the media and everyone watching and listening across the length and breadth of our country, and to those in the diaspora. To begin with, we would like to extend our deepest condolence to Menchia, the entire Sante Kotoko fraternity, and to that of the late Nana Yao Frimpong Pole family for the unfortunate event which occurred on the 2nd of February 2025. We, the supporters of Nswatama, condemn this barbaric act, and we are doing all within our means to collaborate with the various security agencies to bring the perpetrators of this heinous crime to justice. We would like to humbly call Ghana Football Association and all lovers of football to intervene on behalf and facilitate a peace pie between Nswatama Football Club and Asante Kotoko Kumasi to come in. Okay, we know from history the peaceful coexistence between these two groups since time immemorial. We also plead with our management to do all the necessary due diligence and take steps to foster and strengthen the unity that has existed between Nswate and the Asante Kotoko people. The love between Asante Kotoko and Nswateman FC is more than a friend. Asante Kotoko always use Nswateman FC complex whenever they come to Bono region because our club president is a big fan of Asante Kotoko. He also invites Asante Kotoko for a ceremonial match and get together when the Balfour Sports Complex was officially opened. Nswateman FC was invited to play Asante Kotoko on the first edition of His Excellency John Ajikun Kufuor Cup at Kumasi due to the relationship between Nswateman FC and Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Honorable Ignatius Balfour has been a source of strength and passion for Nswateman Football Club. His unwavering commitment to the advancement of Ghana football is obvious in his tireless efforts, dedication, and investment in our beloved club facility, which have inspired countless fans and helped build Instructorman Football Club and the Instructorman community into what they are today. In addition to this, we would like to appeal to our club president, Dr. Ignatius Bafwa Ewa, not to sell or abandon the club at this juncture, as it's been calculated in the media space. We know the supporter has failed you, and we are sorry. We thus request that the entire Ghanaian football fraternity join us in expressing sympathy with Honorable Ignatius Bafwa Ewa. Let us together or gather behind him and show our gratitude for his unrelenting commitment to the promotion of the Ghana football. It is as simple, but we free supporters now. But what we seek to gain is who's already not or threatening or muntimi emo and twice because that press release number one thing. So the supporters are now calling for say unrescinding a decision. But the reality is that supporters but this is our brain. Club now has an official statement the Oman farmer. Meaning say probably I want steady issues now. A bar for normal case is what a mindful bonnet. First press release. Second one on the bar say I think it was another second one be on the bar. No crown so
no, the first one was in line with baby. I say Polo Quatana baby, drinking baby. No, I had the first one on release here. On the buy, but you see, the one I don't know, but after 10 years, say, what could be so considerate? My, I don't know team.
Okay.
To see a catch so considerate, then we're about him.
What if just so I'm say Obi Pese on also Uramubi na Edi and Komo Kakra Intino requesting na Umra na Fimi to me and Fano. Oh, is it on YouTube or TikTok? Okay, it's requested any panel into me. Emra Sonafi, Yenso into me and call me bacha over the now journey or TikToker. Also, with your Toontum network, Toontum Sports, Sonafi, with me. Aba, honum na, Emsa requesting your mind still. And Domama then now requesting or Romua. But just before that, now one go so we are coming call down about Krobia.
They've dent the name in Swatermine. Say no
supporters
me say club na saying Swatermine din. Ene o fa kefi kuma so fa kefi nkran na ka so kon Swatermine. Adwuma na be will be a team. Oma say krona ni onyamo. Nya supporters ne kan omunja league ni ba be bo omo ankasa wo.
Ade
let no the buy pa twi ayi me say let no the buy no me
and Ignatius Bafwa was sanadwene I want the decisions
let no the buy no etimpo all letter no ne den what are the reasons behind the letter omunya league ni bo hu this omunya serious wo hu etimpo be agreement all letter no the buy they have to stop playing the league. Omun twom fi league no ebebo omo ankasa wo omo interest nti na enye so mbo league no bro for omo tworo ba ye na relenting na dey and bro for omo tworo ba tintin nyina infaso de be na wo so dey na obet masu efrim enonyam okuru na ankasa no football club na say no okay se me na me yo man hin no me okuru sa me mo obi a o adio na o ma ye no for years me time akotoko for kwa every course bi no near wumi o aye ko bokotoko supporters no I was not born but ene gusika wan asem nti ade no man na madjon ye tra ne abeto le tentin abeto ho na ade and the league will have to be here nye serious kra no man madjon woni petri mo sa ade no so ga ba okrum now this seasons I want now mama from go see no seasons e show mo twam fi league no kra be 2 years 3 years ton club no no one is a club needing papa no onya football no your anti football na say
right etuko baby for TikTok is here Toontum Sports na TOONTU
I'm go for serious
na what me room na More person more requesting on me patch quite them to see how which you requested. Now you pick you now so the wajit number. It you which you requested or not fee. Or request ya obape you will pick you now so what's about one nadia to ya. Oh, Kobe Asante. That person can't say. Obreni.
Oh, Bibi for I in this case.
Na yenja so atrema.
No,
all right, then we
should release be a for what? It doesn't solve any problem. Release it doesn't solve any problem. So me who release be a me spend my time at the because at the end of the day, the most important thing.
Okay, so the next Black Star call up now 6 Ghanaian players and to me any available. Now Abdul Mumin, now so Abdul Fatau. And Alidu Seidu.
Hey, you not 11 was the crowd was never shot drafts. National team bad.
Oh yes, sir. Oh yes, sir. Oh yes, sir.
11 wise crowd was never shot drafts. Now we are more behind Mutiaya.
Abdul Mumin, Abdul Fatau, Alidu Seidu, Daniel Kofiche, Joseph Aidu, Joseph Pinsel. These are players are available.
He has never been part of our
that for almost 2 to 3 years now.
Black Stars, no. This time we are coming out with different technical team. What are your expectations? Do we have players and do we have people that takes that have what it takes to be minimum wage and somewhere you? Said as when him say do baby let me know when you answer. Yonko. It's Yonko.
Ghana football now. From all angles, and you see, my whole reason here, Man City in Madrid. Nani a Man City in Madrid able home. Area Benham Kofa na boys limited to Gotano, A lot of kind almost.
The matter, yeah, that's 7. And I feel Bernardo Drew Chum say also join here. And I feel a brantia a friend. It's light group almost no. And yes, you know, must say more a kind na more power tap and no more share come up. Ama and yama etimi every pay. Yanko.
The one, Yana Yambona and attractive.
Okay.
No, there's nothing attractive about the Ghanaian game, and that's the Ghanaian.
But that's what we have.
No, and yes, that's
so we should learn to cherish it.
No. See, your man at the Kitu episode in the BR. The kind of players we have. On say ne, what can I say? Should we call the day you to the Blasters again? Because you think as ne wanna baby you go suka the day you. And I say I'm going from Mubarak, Wakazu mre. Na say
you go su ni pare ye we obeya mine kuro be film.
Because
money to me or 5.
I say you go su bobo, e free yakwa go su bobo. John Boy so go su bobo.
Today you young father team.
And I say Mubarak go su bobo. John Boy go su bobo, free yakwa go su bobo. Harris Nafu go su bobo. Yan so they are better than the players we have here. Based on their previous experiences and on performance.
But what is their current form?
Now, see this form in the area. Then you lose everything.
Based on form, any different players.
Because you see, I say based on form.
Because
on
if you talk about experience, probably we will have players who have played the national team.
Did you? If you are bringing the to the national team,
the question is, are they doing well now?
Look, we forget about the Dayu. Bobby, why any damn blasters nevi? Na sem ne ko na bebia. Yes, we will say and pay that you
should go beyond.
We should move on. Send an answer neba near castle form, we might uniform, yen fanemra. Yes, I think Cassie will be in Pomasem. But for me, in terms of stats, he's one of the finest players at Blaster Senior. And he has done his part, he has done his best. We should move on. See, I say, for the day you are bad, then we should bring back Mubarak Wakasu. A free yaka or John Boy Gusu or Jonathan Mensa Gusu, Nakasa Bona, or more boy, Jukumu Bono, Jonathan Mensa, but to mana. They can play better than Jukumu Bono. Then we should call all of them back. Because it implies we are all uniform outside. But on national team, when they done the national team, Jesse Christian, Achum, Bona, some born. See, be a doing. Nas yen team Casio, ye not the day you replacement, and the next 10 years. They didn't need a project for the national teams here. The Ghanaian team, and I said the ordinary Ghanaian, we are going to count on the player. Now you confirm the day you want me in 3 seasons, and I said 3 years, and I said 2 years. Our national team, no, we are still thinking. Then it means a coach, a week. Coach, or a week. look, you might hate Ratomen Dukovic, but on it, Habib Bey in sense, he was bold. Young fair young, like Kings Nanku. Ghana for pussy and for like this thing. One for Nanku. Or the Hamin drama num the koye. And that 2006 World Cup, and you one of the finest World Cup a Ghana yenya. In Sankara Ratomen Dukovic, and you bold. Bakui Milovan. Also, I share na lie yen, homo call camp, na lie yen, no, say, na play win so send, and one will take the decision. Pa, where you lie if you. You call 2010 World Cup, South Africa, ball a boy. So, ball a boy. Yet the Derek Batty money, boys, but not Ghana for this answer. Yakuma goose on say, yeah, no, Yamada na a tremuna, Indian, Yadin goose was one. And I did Yadin goose was one. Obuko Hebo cannot appear yastic or Najimu. Oh, Titinyamana, the Yadin goose was one. Did they know? Or you're one of the finest players at national team. But the Bieduno, me, on Yahononko. Oh, you can ask them, they be a pet, and your best will be tiny, and will be in Pomasem. But family, no, a family, you know, some for so pan, listening, some for so pan. A Busian, I say, football, a Busian.
Yeah.
So what I say,
still, we saw your talent.
Saturday winners, you for no, and my own team, one friend say insemination was a day, and the woman cocoa, now we see many football, Sabusiano, would you know, we see men now that you be. No question I make a year Busia super for so
that's what
but the day you
maybe a video we're doing man go pay him and feed it.
Busiano person of Bible born Mitchell Senna how important and relevant are family yet to the nation. So what I say, but there be a football be the day you he can't guarantee us 2 years. Yet to me, yeah, national team OCA, you qualify for World Cup now. Otwar near and Guasina and Sunday. We should be thinking about 5 years. 10 years. Now, so if you are thinking about 5 to 10 years, you cannot factor the Dayu into this. Nobody hates him.
Okay.
He's performing very well over there. He's doing well. And it's Ronaldo say Saudi Arabia League better than the French League. He's performing well. He's doing well over there.
Yeah.
Or no betting don't yeah. And we cherish him for that. Or say go ahead, better social media mobile and say if former player of the national team is still doing well. Into our homes to see and kick out. Yeah, Nidia a bit using as a yastic. Obi nyina so as roller coaster no fan ko nanim wa ye ne de but see ko fa the day you aba dia then I think say Mubarak wakasu because he made for do no na Elisha wusu to na all ye ne ehun ne so fa so bia no Mubarak wakasu bo 100 times than him. And to say if you are making a case for the day you then bring back a free aqua. You made for one and ball passing a free aqua.
Yeah, no, yeah. Active football say.
And I'm see go for na be for mumbre.
Because we are over a girlfriend on someone
yeah for mumbre guy your word Duncan Alfred Duncan yeah name for my national team. We should grow look we should move on. Yeah,
go beyond these players.
Move on.
But
that's your friends who told no on groom players be onankasa crowd say we serious so you serious no
you
I do about start like so
na so can see an it you sa asɛmba na ɛnam dede no mu a ne kan den pa because one hwe na wo kyerɛ wadwen no na akɔyɛ sɛ wo tan wo because it is being perceived say session of Ghanaians be so what asinti no they are one fortunate no so be a on time tie wo no kote wo asɛm a woka pɛ obɛ also yes ankrofo no a constantly one more den a day the day you no top e kan nsɛm bebree nsɛm a nsɛm fata na ɔmo den e kan de fa ɔmo ho nti ya na ne kan den but now I think that baby I aba bedu maybe I aba bedu coach no na me share den ni trusted den e woni
but say when fresh chef abeka woman omo augment technical team this is a proving coach a wa wini AFCON ni bida and wa born homoden e African soil
so no na nke di eduma ne be man nka there wouldn't be any difference between him and Milovan Yakofa ne by
Milovan at his heydays and I say
Milovan Yakofa
on the second time
the second coming because papa say ono so ni coaching career ewu That's papa ya ma Yakofa na be ni coaching career ewu because on mind papa bia ni wo no so we do suade hu bia top European country be no vi
Shefa a German
wankasa wo de ehwe oye unim obi kan say unim nam papa unim na papa nsen hwan kra ye baby a wo mbuni sa na oye na wo anka wo na ka fan oye a anka enye wo na ka fan sanka even me de bia na me de ye Otoado analyst no Otoado has been in the Dortmund system for years as a former player ana wasan so ayeden a coachy a working with a new technical team awodo a wo etumi aba no but edu baby a eden no player no sa abre wabobo netwem a ono no kura akwaje ne coaching license na wo Dortmund academy ana ono e ka no na sa time na sa player no kura retire by next player na akwa retire mo no mum nso akọ coaching course ma wasan aba benya Dortmund senior team ejuma eden aye at the expense of him eno e kire ejuma na wo de ne ye eno e kire se yenim se abrofo no wo ma dwemu do yenim se abrofo wo na wo nim papa no a wo mo de Dortmund e kire ye no e ka kire yen nipa banya Coach Otoado no ye because ye papa me enye se ni onye papa se nipa o na ejuma ni coach no e ye papa ne nsa no ejuma no ye na ye papa anka Dortmund e be hire no first e wo senior team
okay
because ye legend team a boda o a legendary player for Dortmund wa akwa ni coaching certificate betu so onya nyina he's been part of the team for 5 solid plus years but then abroad no ye coach kro wo honom no there was another player no crowd no retire sa player na kwa retire sanso aba ama ne wo mu de Dortmund senior team na ma no
okay
at the expense of Otoado sa ho no kra na ka se bi kire yes and ko fa ne so no mbedi ye team nanim nti ye
say be emfa oba how dey wait here fair
nti afa the second time afa
for no wa
nti
ono na enya no World Cup no dey we didn't can win 2 matches and beyond that I think that AFCON na nkasa so no players no were reluctant and they felt jittery to play that very AFCON no qualifiers because they felt that
World Cup you want man ko bohwe mo mo show AFCON suban na wo mu show na no mo ko show wakata AFCON suban na wo mu show Cameroon
no I'm make qualifiers no
Cameroon ne is it
because we share the passion and then the kind of commitment on the ball Mali match now comparatively to AFCON qualifiers na never form but now be your players also win from the angle say Omofisa AFCON at the world stage there and say play be a question and it be a ball no be different
oh yeah African player kra no a tournament we say we cheer most AFCON no answer na we no aba be World Cup na aba be bia o second we will be consider because World Cup no okwa won koye hwe so that say okwa won tumi nkoye hwe but at the end of the day say utumi the team eje AFCON yi bia you goes down into the history book ba be ye hero now the World Cup na AFCON one bo bra bia o ma otia na ya ba be AFCON draw na wo say we legend but unya bi kra nko because ye nto nsakra amfre say even be run draw
okay
because unni any history bia to the AFCON ye be fro say bra be part of ye be ye draw for bia 30th edition 40th edition o ma ehwe wo ho nti wo bo bra no e wa ha na waje udin wa ha krans na World Cup na ba be fam
okay
because World Cup ne de ye nemu say ya ye ko group stages ni aba group stage ni aba din ben pa apart from we years am we jane sa wo mo squad na ba be remu no a Stephen Apia no mo no kra even among these players we nyina globally Samuel Jan we putting his name out there because of ne goals awashe being the only African player with me 6 goals at the World Cup
okay
I would di ho kakra wo mo a wo maka nyina wo mo wen so that's it enti no a problem with the mind but the coach no trust when mu di anka minim so betumi ayeden aye maneuver the day you issue we so be ba say o mba no betumi aye ni yie ama ato bibia sum but even kra no so de ne be ba so mfa ne ba the explanation a ye busa no kra asem be fi na no aba no esanso say bibia.
All right, this is where we have to draw the curtain down, but before I go I have to say this. I have taken my time to these days take a little few minutes before we end the show with a little rant. And today I just want to be emphatically on the issue of captaincy. And this is a question I'm sending to the Ghana Football Association and to the technical team. We've had issues and inconsistencies within our captaincy level from 1992 when we saw Abedi Pele and of course Tony Bafo, as well as our former coach, Kwesi Appiah. These are issues that are very pertinent and it doesn't help improve the Black Stars. We've always known that the Black Stars has been consistent. Years that we won the cup were years we will call the ages, because the last time they won the AFCON was when I was born, way back 1982. So if you compare to now, what has changed? The countries like Egypt, countries like Cameroon were then even not having won. Now they have won 4 and over. Now Egypt is leading the continent with the most cup, or the most AFCON. We continue to dwell at the same place, rant on the same issue, go around. The conversation has always been at one place, talking about the Black Stars captaincy. Now, the question we are asking ourselves is that, don't we have brains? Don't we have mind? Don't we have people that can sit down and think over how we can arrange and how the Black Stars captain should be chosen? This has gone too long, and this has been too long for us to talk about these issues. There's always a saying that a word to your wise is enough. But this is not enough for the Ghana Football Association, as well as the managers of the Black Stars, the technical team. Now we're here. We just augmented about 2-3 people into our technical team. Now we've had director of football. We've also have another assistant coach in the shape of Desmond Affair. These are good brains. These are technically good brains that we've augmented our team with. But the question we are asking ourselves at this very moment, when we have crucial matches, we need to qualify for the World Cup. That one, we should not pamper anyone here in the country. We need to qualify for the World Cup. It's a must. It should not be a may. It's a must. We must do it. And we are challenging you that we should do it. Ghanaians are expecting that we get to the US and Canada as well as the Mexico. Irrespective of how you may see it, Ghana needs to qualify for the World Cup. We qualified in 2006. We did well. In 2010, we nearly got to the semi-final. By 2014, we showed an abysmal attitude. And then we came back thinking that we were going to assess ourselves, rearrange ourselves, put things together, put heads together, do the right thing, and then we move on. But as of now, we're still talking about the Black Stars captaincy. When we have a crucial, in the sense of having a crucial matches, we always maximize our profit beyond our expenses. What is that? It is not fair. It has been too long. We've sat at the same place. We are not crippled. We are not blind. Neither are we dumb-folded people. We are not dumb as Ghanaians. We should be thinking. We should use pragmatic measures for our national team. And that has been too long. This is not a time we have to be talking about Black Star captaincy and the rest. We need to have a consistent plan for these captains, that if you're on top form, or probably if you've been in the team for long, or based on seniority, we're going to arrange it that way, fine. But hey, we have crucial matches. Remember, these are big matches. This is where Ghanaians are looking out for. We could not qualify for Nations Cup, but we should not fail to qualify for the World Cup. That's a little I can say. My name is Emmanuel Fosuapia. I was here with Krobia Sante, Danso Debra, and of course, our one and only producer and a tidbit caster, of course, Francis, as well as our main, is it in what's his name? Edward. Okay, he has always been our solid bone and our solid background rock that has always been around to operate things around for us at the MCR. Don't forget, the chief executive producer is Cyrus. Thank you for your time. We hope that we'll meet another time with the biggest issues coming from the world of sports on Wednesday. Thank you. When you say a prayer, just say a prayer for us. Bye-bye.